The governor of Florida has declared a state of emergency in 34 counties in anticipation of Tropical Storm Colin. The powerful storm is expected to make landfall sometime in the next several hours. Heavy rains and flooding threaten much of the Florida coast. The storm has been churning in the Gulf and is packing winds as high as 40 miles per hour. David Begnaud is in Clearwater Beach, Florida, where the rain is already starting to come down. David, describe some of the conditions you're seeing now.
Well, look behind me. I mean, the sky sort of tells the story. You can't really see the buildings. I would say probably a half mile down. We could see them about a half hour ago. What's interesting, though, is with what's clear about the weather that's on the way from looking at the sky, look at the people on the beach, the families who have flocked here. And not only that, but the surfers. This is ideal for them as the waves are getting bigger, the winds are starting to pick up, and the rain is falling. Tropical Storm Colin has not made landfall. It is still offshore. And in speaking with a CBS meteorologist here in the Tampa area about 20 minutes ago, he said what they're expecting, and as I'm talking, I can feel the rain really starting to come down now. What they're expecting is that landfall may be sometime around 5 to 7 p.m. tonight. It could be as late as 9 o'clock. What's interesting about this tropical storm is it's packing winds, as you said, 50, 55 miles per hour. So we're not talking about a life-threatening storm in terms of wind, but we are talking about some real problems in terms of flooding. Here's why it's a problem. In the greater Tampa Bay area, within the last 6 to 12 months, they have gotten, well, specifically last year in the month of June and July, they had nearly 60 inches of rain, 60 inches. So this community in this area of Florida is already saturated. And when you get a system like this that's as big as a tropical storm that moves in and dumps what could be 8 to 9 inches of rain, flooding is a real concern. It has already been reported in some parts of the Tampa Bay area. Colin, by the way, third tropical storm of the hurricane season. And Vlad, the hurricane season just started 6 days ago. It is the first time ever that we've had 3 tropical storms in the first 6 days of the season. And boy, has the sky opened up. And you can see the people scurrying off the beach here as they take cover. But this is what it has been off and on. About an hour ago, 2 hours ago, I'd say there was a really big squall that came through. And we were standing on the pier. And you had to hold on. And there was a wind gust that was clocked around 57 miles per hour. Right now, it's not that strong, but the sky has really opened up.
David, clearly we can hear the rain on your microphone there, and we see obviously surfers in the background. It's always an opportunity for surfers to catch some waves in anticipation of a storm. But what are members of the community doing to prepare?
Well, look, I mean, in terms of boarding up windows, that's not happening here. We're not dealing with a hurricane where you've got hurricane force winds. So we haven't seen windows boarded up. Schools have not been canceled. And from what we can tell, not only are people going to work, they're going to the beach. But again, everyone has been warned. This is a flood-prone area. It is already saturated. Rain on top of what they've gotten over the last 12 months is not good, and it will not be handled well by the ground. So that's really the threat. That's what they're talking about. And Vlad, they expect most of the state of Florida. I mean, when you look at the radar, nearly the entire state of Florida has some type of red, green, or orange around it. And this is going to be a weather event. This Colin, it's going to be a weather event for the next 48 hours. It heads into Tampa, makes landfall somewhere on the Gulf, right on the panhandle there of Florida, and then heads toward Jacksonville, Georgia, up toward the Carolinas and back offshore. So we could be talking about Colin and the remnants of it through maybe Thursday.
David Begnaud for us in Clearwater Beach, Florida. David, thank you.